So often we gather here and we sing a song, "Open the eyes of my heart." Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. And each time I'm reminded of the prophet Ezekiel saying, "A new heart I will give you, and a new spirit I will put in you. I will take away your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh." This is the prayer of the servant, asking the Lord to pour out God's power and love in order for us to see that very presence of God, the very presence of the Lord working through us, through each and every one of us, for others. For others. The way we shape our hearts today demands a new language and a new way of thinking. And Jesus today tries to show us that way, challenging us to transform our lives so that we can become, as I mentioned at the very beginning of Mass, the very reflection of God's glory. Each and every one of us. When you walk into your home after work, when you get up in the morning, when you go to bed at night, that the glory of God is surrounding you and your family and your loved ones. When you walk into your workplace, that the glory of God is working in there because it's in you, it's in your spirit. Now the question is, if we have to do that, how did Jesus do it? By allowing the meaning of the law, those 10 commandments, once written on stone tablets, to be written in his heart. He grew in age, wisdom, and grace, learning how to do that. It didn't come automatically, because even St. Paul says he emptied himself of all that was divine so that he could understand what we would be like. So today we come here, and we, if true to our mission as servants of Christ, we come here, and I ask you to listen to this carefully. We come here praying for those who need to forget the God they do not believe in and meet the God that believes in them. Did you hear those words? Praying for those who need to forget the God they do not believe in and meet the God who believes in them. It's so much easier to deal with outer visible things that the inner world of our attitudes often forget. How do we turn our hearts of flesh into hearts? Why do we turn our hearts of flesh into hearts of stone? We are forever in danger of stepping into the shoes of the Pharisees that Jesus warns us about today in the Gospel. So it's not enough for us then to give food to the hungry. We need to work to make a society where people don't go hungry. It's not enough for us only to protect the right of the unborn. We need to work to make the society where every person, from conception to natural death, is valued. And we need to create a society where the disparities in health care, infant mortality, education, imprisonment are no more. It's not enough that we take care of those we judge worthy of our care, but we, as a reflection of God's glory, need to create a society that reaches and brings healing and redemption to those who face the daily reality of unemployment, deportation back into violence, those racked by domestic violence, addiction to drugs and alcohol and sex. So Jesus reminds us that God is not extrinsic outside of our lives, and that the holy is not an object external to us, like stone tablets. Our religion is not about mere visible practices, not about things, but rather it's about you and me and a God who walks with us each and every day. A God who allows that very love to possess us, to possess our hearts, and allows us to turn that love into action. So just imagine, there's that word imagination again. Just imagine those we serve being able to recognize that we are the body of Christ here at Christ the Servant, and that beating within us is the heart of a servant.